Have a kind of recent release. It's a young adult kind of apocalypse book, and that is Hell Followed With Us by Andrew Joseph White. This is about a kid named Benji. Yeah, a kid named Benji who escapes a cult right at the end of the right as the world ends, and he gets picked up by his local LGBTQ youth group, and he is carrying a disease that could end the world inside of him. So that sounds interesting. Plus the cover is cool. That's initially what drew me to it, like with every book. I'm hoping that it's really good because it sounds like it's going to be really interesting. Who doesn't love a good post-apocalyptic trans love story? Oh yes, this is very gay. The main character is trans, and he has a male love interest, and it's, like I said, it's a local LGBTQ plus group that finds him. So this book is going to be very queer, and I'm very excited about it. We need more queer horror. If you have recommendations, put it down in the comments. I need more of it. I need more. And then we have one that I know is new because I picked it up like the day it came out, and that is What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. It's about a man whose co-worker is sick, and he decides to help take her to her family land, like her homeland, and finds it covered in a mysterious fungus and eye stuff. So I'm interested in it. Like I said, I keep repeating, I'm in a really weird podcast mood, and one of those podcasts that I'm listening to is the Magnus Archives, and without spoiling anything, this sounds very Magnus Archives, and I cannot wait to read it for that reason. It's getting bumped high up onto my TBR, so as soon as I can read this, I am definitely going to. It's really short, so it shouldn't be too hard to get through, and then once I finish it, I'm probably going to pass it along to my friend. If you're my friend, you know who you are. You're probably going to read this soon, and I hope you like it, because you like Johannes Cabal, and if you don't like this, and I don't like this, we're just going to cry together, because it sounds like it's really good vibes. And plus the cover, again, the cover, it's so weird. Oh, I can't wait to read this. And luckily, it's a standalone, so I don't have to start yet another series. You know, we wouldn't want to start another series, right? This is Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon Maguire. Yeah, Shannon Maguire. That's how you pronounce it. Shannon, whatever. This is about the children who come back from magical lands. There is a home for them to help rehabilitate them and get them back into the real world. And this is that story. I picked this up when Barnes & Noble was doing that buy one, get one half off sale in hardbacks. And I've always wanted to read this series, but I couldn't find the first one, and I'm one of those people who, even though it's companion novels, I have to start at the beginning, otherwise I won't get it. And I stumbled across this because I could never find the first one. No matter where I went, they didn't have the first one. So when they finally had the first one, obviously I picked it up, especially since it was only one in there. Hopefully I am able to find more of this series. I know there was one that just came out, The Drowning Girls or whatever, but that's about a different school for magical children rehab, because apparently there are two now. It feels like a book that I would like. Series of companion novellas. I don't know, I just couldn't start it until I read the first one. I almost got the last one, the most recent one, but my brother talked me out of it because he's like, you don't even know if you like it, and I'm like, well, that's never stopped me before, but I guess it did now. So thank you, brother, for not letting me pick it up, but hopefully I'll like it. Hopefully it'll be easier to find the rest of them in this series than it was this one. So cross your fingers for me, send a little prayer up for me, do a little rain dance if you're into that. Just help me find them if I like them. I'm counting on the universe. That too. Then is another series of companion novels, because I love those apparently. Sense and Second Degree Murder by Tazara Price. This is the second book in the Jane Austen murder mystery series. And this is Sense and Sensibility. I'm going to learn how to say it one day. Sense and Sensibility, but retold as a murder mystery. That's about all I know about it. That's about all I needed to know. I don't think I've ever read Sense and Sensibility, but I have two retellings now. I have Sense and Second Degree, and then I have Sense and Sensibility and Sea Monsters. I don't know if I showed you that, but I probably showed it in my every book on my TBR video. So that's all I really need to know. It's another really pretty cover. They look really good together. I hope the third one, because there's a third one, Manslaughter Park. That's what the third one is. I don't know when it's coming out. Hopefully it doesn't wreck it. to wreck the vibe, but so far the covers are really cool. And I flew through this first one recently. Well, not recently, but I did fly through it. I read it in like 2 days in like one sitting each. Well, 2 sittings. I guess that's what it means. Whatever. I couldn't put it down. And not just because Pride and Prejudice is my favorite retelling. She has such an engrossing writing style, and I really enjoyed getting through Pride and Premeditation as fast as I did. I can't wait to get to this. So, yeah. I said I was going to stop saying that, didn't I? I'm looking forward to it because I look forward to every book I pick up. Otherwise, I wouldn't pick it up, right? This one just recently came out. I think this one just came out. Yeah. No. It came out last year, but I wasn't in the mood for this specific kind of horror, and I'm still not because it's a subject that scares me. And that is Dead Space by S.A. Barnes. A space salvage crew raids a ghost ship lost in space. I hate space. Space scares the crap out of me. It's too big. It's too big. And now I get to read about space horror because I love myself. The Magnus Archives episode, whatever it was, someone help me in the comments. I can't remember it right now. If I remember it or if I look it up, I'll put it somewhere on the screen. But that episode messed me up because space messes me up. So why do I do this to myself? Because I hate myself, I guess. I've heard a couple people talking about this. I don't know if I heard if it was a disappointment or not, but I know it was on people's like most anticipated reads list last year. So again, the Barnes & Noble buy one get one half off sale, I picked it up because the cover's cool. It's space horror, and I heard about it once or twice, and space horror. I'm gonna go on to one that like just came out this year. I think it just came out this year. Yeah. Then we have a book that just came out this year that was already half price, so it was good for me, and that is Book of Night by Holly Black. I hear this is dark academia. I don't know much about it. It's dark academia. She works at a dive bar, magic, dark academia, stuff like that, vibes like that. It's Holly Black's like introduction into adult fantasy, I believe. I just kind of picked it up because the cover was cool and I want to give Holly Black a shot. I would have started with the Cruel Prince series, but I don't know why. I have had multiple opportunities to start the Cruel Prince series. I just haven't, but I figured Book of Night would be a good place to start because if I don't like it, then if I don't like her adult work, why would I like her young adult work? Or vice versa. Or not. One doesn't have to do with the other. Does it? Does it? Either way, I'm gonna read it. I guess... I don't know. I picked it up. I heard people talking about it. I heard a lot of people like it. And that usually doesn't inform my decisions about picking up books. But the cover did. And I like the title Book of Night. That's sexy, right? Right? So yeah. Who knows? If I like this, maybe I'll pick up the Cruel Prince series. They have really nice black covers that I think would look good with the spines because this is like you can't see it in this lighting, but it's the cover is like a dark blue. So maybe this with the black covers, the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, will look good on my shelf, and I am an eccentric for like coordination. That's why V.E. Schwab has my balls right now. Then we have another recent release that is already half price, and that is Devil House by John Darnielle. Sure. Darnielle. Sure. John Darnielle's Hell House. This is about a man who keeps getting told he was descended by kings, and he's a true crime writer with an adaptation in the works, and he gets stuck in a house writing about crime that occurred, and ghost nonsense happens, I think. I didn't really read it. I haven't heard much about it. I haven't read it. I've been avoiding everything about this book because I wanted to read it on my own. So I picked it up and it was half price. So another thing about these half price books that just came out, should I be worried? Like, I feel like it's a bad sign if people read it and it's already like, gone from their shelves, that like they immediately had to get rid of it. It's kind of funny. It's kind of not. Hopefully I'll like them. I mean, I spent money on them, so hopefully I like them. They sound like a vibe though, so I heard about this next one very briefly in a time, and both me and my friend heard about it, and we both said we wanted to write it and read it. And then for a time, Barnes and Noble had it on like their buy one get one half off shelves, and I didn't pick it up, which, you know, probably should have told me something. Even though it sounded interesting, I just didn't pick it up. And then I finally found it in a half price books, and I decided why not, because it's a hardback, because it's in this hardback section, and I picked it up. It sounds really interesting, you know, like all books. I'm going to stop saying that too. Probably not. But that is Library of the Dead by T.L. Huchu. Yeah, T.L. Huchu's Library of the Dead. I'm going to say, yeah. It's about a girl who dropped out of school to become someone who talks to ghosts for money, and then all of a sudden all of the ghosts start telling her that people are bewitching children like the Pied Piper, and she goes on an adventure trying to figure out who is enchanting the children and why. I think I just kind of glanced it before I held it up, so I hope I'm right. This is a 2-book series. I believe the second one just came out. I haven't heard many people talking about the series, but it sounds interesting enough. The cover's really cool, and I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna stop saying that too. I say, take a shot every time I say, like, one of my catchphrases that I use to talk about books. I'm kind of getting predictable, but I'm really excited. This book sounds like it's gonna be right up my alley. I enjoy people who can talk to the dead. I enjoy ghost mysteries. I enjoy vibes, and this has all of those things, so hopefully I like it. Hopefully I can recommend it to a friend. Hopefully I can recommend it to you guys. I'll let you know what I think whenever I read it. It's probably going to be another one of those things that I get to next year because of everything else that I have on my TBR for this year, so be on the lookout for it soon. Yeah. This last book, we finally reached the last book, however long this takes to edit down, but this is going to be the last one, is another one that I haven't heard about, and apparently is part of a trilogy, which I figured out by reading the synopsis just now. This is Ben Tripp's The Accidental Highwayman. This is about a boy who was unwittingly, like he didn't know he was working for this highwayman, whatever that is. I'll look up the definition later, and I'll probably put it somewhere on the screen for those who also don't know what a highwayman is. But he stumbles across his mentor mortally wounded and just kind of puts on his cloak and is like, yeah, I'm this guy now. Turns out this guy has a quest to stop an arranged marriage of a fairy to King George, and he now has to stop that, even though he's just like an apprentice to a highwayman. He didn't even know what he was getting into. So that sounds fun. The original cover is red. I don't even know what the special edition is. I just saw it was in black and I picked it up, and I'm very excited. It's apparently a 3-book series. I gotta stop picking up series, but it didn't say it was a series when I read it. Well, it did now. So, it didn't say it on Goodreads. I think I didn't really look, but it sounds interesting, so hopefully I like it. It's a young adult book, which I'm kind of gearing away towards. I'm kind of steering away from young adult fantasy. I don't know why. I think it's because of the tropes and stuff that I'm getting too old for. Hopefully this doesn't fall into all of those tropes that I'm getting too old for, because the cover is pretty. It sounds interesting. I just hope that, you know, it doesn't let me down, because I've been let down before. I'm looking at you, Caraval. That is the last book for this haul. I am officially putting myself on another buying ban. It's been 2 months since I've taken the buying ban off, June and July, and I'm officially re-implementing it because I have no self-control and I need the space. Or I should say, I don't have the space to store all of these anymore. So I am officially putting myself on a ban. But manga don't count. I'm gonna buy manga, and I may pick up the second Clown in a Cornfield book is coming out next month, so I'm probably gonna snag that. But hopefully I can, you know, read all of these books soon. All of them really soon. I'm in the middle of a book right now, and I'm still not done with my July TBR, but I'm gonna be finishing with it by the time the wrap up comes along, I'm hoping, because I'm getting through this most recent one really quickly, and I have a plan for my August TBR that should help me clear up a bunch of them, especially like the series. So be on the lookout for that. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what you picked up in the month of July. Did you lose self-control like I did? Did you have more self-control than I did? Are you going to shame me in the comments for my lack of self-control? Leave a like saying you understand. Leave a like just because. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. I don't know if I ever said that before, but I have an Instagram at NerdBoyReads. Follow me there for bookish content. It's more pictures and reviews, like little short reviews, short snippets, short thoughts about the books that I'm reading and everything that's going on in my bookish life. So follow me there. Follow me on YouTube. Well, subscribe to me on YouTube. I don't really have other social media. And yeah, if you like it, let other people know. If you don't, let other people know. I'll take hate watches. I am an eccentric. So yeah, that's been my video. That's been my haul. This is my official implementation of a book buying ban. Another one. So if you see me buying books, shut up about it. I've been October. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.